Hello to everybody here in the group Network of Women Now. I'm Jane Hill of Amethyst Living, and I run a Facebook group called The Secret Meditation Garden. And at Lindsay's invitation, I'm leading a weekly guided meditation here for you all in this group once a week. I don't know how you're finding this time. Some of us find it peaceful. Thanks to whoever's joining me. Just a brief introduction. Some of us find this time peaceful. Some of us find it challenging. For myself, I'm finding it a little bit more challenging as the time goes on, just a little bit. Beginning to feel I would like to be able to get out and to do things. Beginning to feel I'd like a haircut, actually. That's what I really would like. So whether you're enjoying this time of peace and quiet or whether you're finding it more difficult, it's great to know, and I was saying this in my group yesterday, it's really good to know that no matter what our external circumstances are, if we practice meditation, if we give ourselves some time out, we come to know that we've always got that resource within us, that we can go within, find some peace and calm, our natural and true state. And it's a great comfort to know that we can access that. It's always there. And that can be a great help in developing resilience in whatever situation we find ourselves. A great comfort to know that we have our own refuge, our own shelter within ourselves. So I'm going to lead a short meditation. Sometimes I use a lot of imagery. Sometimes I decide that it's more about facilitating a time to sit quietly with the breath. We'll see what this turns out to be. So I would just invite you to sit now with me. You don't have to take up a particular pose, but it is useful to sit fairly upright so that we're alert and we're not likely to doze off in the middle of this. But not so upright that you're going to be uncomfortable and distracted by discomfort. Both feet flat on the floor and just your hands in your lap. We'll begin by taking some time with the breath, just sitting quietly. So I invite you to join me now as we begin tonight's short meditation just for this group, as we sit and close our eyes and take this time to be together. So let's sit with closed eyes and as we do that, we feel ourselves settling into this time. We realise that we've given ourselves a very precious gift by taking this time out. As we settle into this moment, we can feel tension falling away from us. From our neck, our shoulders, from our face, the forehead, the jaw, the eyes. And we realize that sometimes this is all we have to do. We simply need to give ourselves this gift of time apart as we sit like this with closed eyes. We take some moments now, sitting with the breath. We're not trying to change it. We're not judging it. We're simply noticing it, letting it be what it is. As we sit with the breath, we may find that thoughts, images come into our mind, and we let them drift away like clouds in this blue spring sky. And we find ourselves, having done that, standing in a clearing at the heart of a great wood. We've walked through the trees to get here. And now we stand at the edge of the clearing, looking around. Everywhere is short, velvety grass. The air is still and mild. At the heart of the clearing, at the heart of the wood, stands a hawthorn tree. Covered in fresh spring, new green leaves, very bright. And as we look around at the clearing and at the tree, we know that here we find our true self. We've longed to find this place for a very long time. And here, today, at last, we have found it. And it has been waiting for us since time immemorial. At last. At last we've found it. We walk over to the hawthorn tree, at the heart, the centre of the clearing, and we stand beneath it, gazing up into its outstretched branches. We know that here we are sheltered and protected, and this place wishes us well. Everything here wishes us well. As we stand gazing up into the branches of the hawthorn tree, we understand that we've come here to awaken within us love, compassion, joy, wisdom, healing for our spirit. And we take some moments to understand this, to feel, to know the blessings of this place. To feel the protection and shelter of the hawthorn tree. At last, we understand our true nature. Loving, compassionate, joyful, wise, healing and healed. At last. We take some time to know the truth of this insight that we've been granted. How beautiful it is to know that this place waits for us, that we can visit at any time and find it waiting for us. everything here, wishes us well. And our spirit, our heart responds and warms. This is our true nature. Fully awakened. At last. At last. How grateful we are. As we look up at the branches, they rustle and quiver. The leaves rustle. And all the trees surrounding the clearing rustle and quiver. As our understanding is acknowledged by this place. Our gratitude is acknowledged. How peaceful, how beautiful it is to be here in this quiet clearing at the heart of the forest. And so, we thank the hawthorn tree at the heart of the clearing. And we walk away from it, back to the edge of the trees. We know that we can come back to this place at any time, whenever we wish to, and find this place waiting for us once more. And here, we will always find shelter and protection. And we know that finding shelter and protection, our true nature, loving, joyful, wise, compassionate and healing, is also awakened. Such beauty that until now we had only begun to imagine. Such beauty lives and has its being here. So we take a last look around this clearing at the hawthorn tree, covered in its fresh spring leaves. And we know that whenever we need to, we can come back here and find this place and everything within it once again. And so, having done that, we become aware once more of our feet resting on the floor, of our weight as we sit in the chair, of our back resting against the back of the chair. We become aware of any sounds or noises around us, near at hand or far away. Becoming aware of the temperature in the air around us. And all the time now, we're coming back to a full awareness of the place where we're sitting and our everyday surroundings. And so, we come back to our everyday surroundings fully by slowly and gently taking our own time, opening our eyes and coming back to the place where we're sitting today. It takes a few minutes to adjust again to, I was going to say daylight, but since I started, it's evening. It's now 5 to 8, and the light is beginning to go, as I think you can tell. It takes a little while to adjust again to being back in the everyday world. That was a short, sort of 20-minute meditation. And in this time, I hope that you've had a taste, at least, of what it's like to take some time out, spend some peaceful time meditating away from the everyday busy world and all its worries and concerns. So, thank you for joining me tonight live. Thank you to everyone who watches this on the replay at a later date. I hope you've enjoyed this. And I will probably be back here in the group again next week with another peaceful guided meditation for you. Until then, thanks for watching and goodbye for now.